Bad news for presidential contender Marco Rubio. Fox News has just abandoned him. Now, according to 3 different Fox sources, Chief Roger Ailes has told people that he has lost confidence in Marco Rubio's ability to win. Now, Ailes had recently told a Fox host, quote, "We're finished with Rubio. We can't do the Rubio thing anymore." The Rubio thing. Oh no. That's not good for him, man. Now, according to the article, Ailes was already concerned about Rubio's lackluster performance in the GOP primaries and caucuses, winning only 1 contest among the 15 that have been held so far. However, what's worse, and what they're saying that, Ailes has switched on Marco Rubio, was actually an article that came out in the New York Times that revealed that Marco Rubio and Roger Ailes had a secret dinner meeting in 2013. Now, during that meeting, Marco successfully swayed Ailes to support the Gang of 8 immigration reform package. That same immigration reform package that Ted Cruz has successfully used as a cudgel to hit Rubio repeatedly over the head with. Oh man, leaking out the fact that Roger Ailes had actually thrown his support behind that, thanks to Marco Rubio, is not a good thing. It's not a good thing in a Republican debate or a Republican race, especially now with Trump and Cruz both talking about and focusing on immigration and how they hate immigration. They don't want any sort of immigration reform. They don't want to do anything about the problem other than build a giant fucking wall and make Mexico pay for it, which obviously is not going to happen. And that's the thing. That wall, the Fox News audience, they love the wall. They love it. They go crazy every time you hear the wall. Yes, we need a wall. We need a wall between us and Mexico. We need a wall everywhere. Build walls. It's amazing to me, the level of xenophobia that we have. But this is the one issue that's made Trump incredibly popular in the first place. When he came out with the wall, everybody was like, that's my guy. People over at Fox News, that's my guy. Oh, he wants to build a wall to keep out the Mexicans? Hell yeah. And that's where Trump first got his major support. Now, it's not just that, right? Roger Ailes is actually kind of shy from what it seems. Apparently, to a longtime Ailes associate, Roger hates seeing his name in print. He was appalled that the dinner was reported. He does not like being embarrassed, and he certainly doesn't like his name in the paper. And his tie with Marco Rubio from the New York Times, or exposed by the New York Times, embarrassing as fuck. So he is appalled. Appalled, I tell you. So what does this mean for Marco Rubio going forward? Well, it actually means that there will be more interviews like this.
You've got Donald Trump now with 316. Many people said if he made it over 300, he was going to be very difficult to take down in this race. Cruz is now at 226. You are at 106 on that delegate count. And let's take a look at Virginia, too, because Virginia was the big story that you talked about last night in terms of how much you accelerated your campaign in Virginia. You are only 1 delegate away from him in Virginia, and there's a lot of discussion that if John Kasich hadn't been in the race, you would have won it. But I guess it begs the question, is that, a viable excuse at this point? I mean, if you change around a lot of things, things would be different. But this is the way it looks.
Well, you got.
Ouch. Well, I mean, is that a viable excuse? I mean, you lost, you came in second, and you're blaming John Kasich. Well, if only John Kasich were there, then maybe I would have beaten Trump. Yeah, but is that really a viable excuse for being a loser? You haven't actually won anything. Well, you've won 1 state. Whoop-de-fucking-do, right? Now, as I said, I know she's not saying that. I know she's not actually being as harsh as I am being. But still, what you're going to see is more pressure to get Marco Rubio out of the race. Out, gone. Especially if Marco loses, of course, any more states. Now, the next thing they talked about is Florida. They talked about Florida, and Marco Rubio, for some reason, thinks that he's going to win his home state. Now, normally, if you do win your home state, and I mean, normally politicians do win their home states, right? But in the case of Marco Rubio, he's literally 20 points behind. And this is according to Real Clear Politics polling averages. Trump has a 20-point lead over second place Marco Rubio. And that lead has been very consistent. Trump is dominating in Florida. What makes Marco Rubio think he's actually going to win? They already know who Marco Rubio is. He's their fucking senator. And you know who else was in Florida that got crushed? Jeb Bush. No, come on, give me a break. No, you're not getting a break. You suck. Nobody in Florida wants you. They apparently want Donald Trump. So if you think you're going to do good in Florida, Marco, you're going to be really surprised. No, we can win. I can win Florida. I can win my own state. No, you're not going to win your own state. And if you get crushed in your home state, that's it. Why are you having a campaign? It's a terrible sign for your campaign. Terrible, terrible, terrible. It's no surprise now that Roger Ailes is actually now going back to searching for a candidate that his channel can rally around. They don't have anybody. They're not going to rally around Trump. They've already had too many problems with Trump, i.e. Megyn Kelly. They've got problems with Trump. Everyone else they've backed is either gone from the race or wants nothing to do with them. So who are they going to rally around? Ted Cruz? I guess. But they've actually been giving tough interviews to Ted Cruz as well. Are they going to turn around and support him? Marco Rubio is like the only guy left. What are they going to put behind John Kasich? John Kasich. Kasich is done. He doesn't know it yet, but his campaign's fucking dead. Oh, man. One of his aides says, quote, he's thinking, what do we do about the whole damn thing? What do we do? Well, I guess if you're Roger Ailes, the one thing to do that's left is to sit back and to prepare your ass for the impending Trump enema. Because it's coming.